Hello, Internet. We're back here on a very special Friday, because this is the first Friday, which will be doing a relaxing space survival here in Space Engineers on a Friday. And tonight, of course, we have our usual relaxing world that we're enjoying quite thoroughly. Especially when it's taking longer than expected to start up. But that is the life when you throw this many mods into Space Engineers and so many grids and expect it to play nice sometimes. Hello, everyone. How is everybody doing today? I am, well, both A, jazzed it is Friday, and B, jazzed that I am doing this on a Friday now. I have been actually putting the time during the week to good use, but not in the relaxing survival game as one might expect, but in some other areas of Space Engineers, which hopefully you guys might be able to get a chance to see that tomorrow over in the uncooperative space program. We shall see. There is some progress being made on doing some things. It's an unknown signal 4 kilometers off with no viable time frame. That's interesting. All right, so we've got a boatload of things to do tonight. Ooh, and the game is... Oh, I'm feeling some lag here. Wow, what is going on there? Great. Whoa. Yeah, something's going on. Let's see. Some speed 0.5. See when I kind of start running. 0.7? Wow, what did I do to this world? 0.6, 0.5. Ugh. I shouldn't have happy taunted the game by saying I'm not done with all the design work. That's always grounds for the game to decide to say, yeah, you're gonna regret saying that because now I'm gonna run like crap. I gotta keep an eye on that one because I don't think it's gonna be anything to do with... Yeah, we have a lot. We do technically have a lot out there. You're there, you're... Right away, I'm having to go into cleanup mode again, huh? Really? Alright, what got blown up in orbit? I really need to get trash cleanup back on to a certain point. I don't know what any of this stuff is, but it needs to go away. Clanging out and... Oh. Well... That's one possible cause. Oh god, SimSpeed is gonna tank when this thing hits. And of course it's landing not far away from base either right now. Game's even giving up on the particles there. Alright, I'll go get the mop. So used to the game being nice and quick in reactions. It is tanking right now. Like all over the place is what it's at. We're going towards the sunlit section. And before I forget, shield, show on HUD. God. Thank you. I'm gonna get myself blown up by the V-Core ship. I would like to know if my shields are gonna go down anytime soon. What is with this garbage sim speed I'm seeing in the world today? It was running pretty okay at the end of the last stream, all things considered, but this is just taking the cake tonight. Oh, that's cat. Okay, that was pretty handy. I don't know where the other gat is, unfortunately. Sound a little firing out here, but I don't know. Oh, the lag. What else is running around out here? Some clean up while I'm doing this. Get rid of you. Get rid of that. I really think I need connectors floating around in space. That seems a little excessive. That's the grid down below. Duck that. I would totally be happy with letting the game do this automatically, but I don't trust the trash cleanup in it at this point anymore. Alright. Why are we not... I'm hearing Bob's doing a lot of ticking and little else. Huh. Block inventory full, block inventory full. Oh, don't tell me. Yeah, the game is going to be annoyed because it's trying to move stuff out into inventories it can't get into. And I didn't get a chance to put my solution together for this either. Which means the Gatling turret very well still be alive, and I've got some speed of soup. In a grid that I don't have much of a chance of taking down everything on. I can take out the reactor, but it's got solar panels. So I guess the best I can do. Oh jeez, come on, game. Come on. Now is not the time to be doing your little hijinks. Just saying. Jump started a little bit. There, that's a bit better. Yeah, we're gonna large car. Okay, yep, that would do it then. That would so do it if they're having to take down a large cargo container. It should have gotten the GATs if they're within range, so. What I wanted to do was blueprint these guys. Kind of set them up on the ground, save a blueprint off for it, and set a projector up on the I forgot what I called it now. I don't run the game for however long at this point. And whoa! Well, I guess it's a good thing the GAT got taken care of because I was just happily letting it sit behind me, potentially shooting me to death. There we go. That should hopefully be enough. Forgot there really isn't much to V-Core ships once you take out the spine. Yep, I think power just ran out in that other section. Okay, so note to self, need to unload this thing for sure. I don't think V-Core usually goes for interior turrets, so hopefully I was safe. Oof. Had a thing for me to test, but it's not ready yet. Uh-oh. I'm assuming it would be something anti-Bob related. All right, well, you know what? We're too far out from there. Let's go ahead and head on over to, since I am fully loaded, do a little bit of trading. What are you so gung-ho about building right now, Bob? Seen Bob particles drifting back and forth. I didn't build anything inside of the cluster line of sight, so don't know. Got a fueling station out there too. It's a spurt. It's a threat. Who knows what it's managing to deal over here. Oh, this leg is not helping. There we go. And since there's every possible chance of an earth-shattering kaboom, let's not tempt fate too much. Spawner feature. What's the worst that could happen? Don't answer that. How much of it built underground? It should have only kept... I think we got all of it there. Perfect. I know I still have that other base out there. What are you... I know I didn't set custom thruster cars, but I'm just getting this weird blue bleed off of that for whatever reason. Weird. Game is doing its best to enforce Freaky Friday the 13th, apparently. I know I've got that other spot there that I've got some contract work to do, but this one I think is a little closer right now. Man, it was just... Point... I swear every now and then I'm seeing this drop to like 0.3. Five there for a sec. You could definitely feel it maneuvering around. It was not getting the usual sim speed. Weird. I mean, that one was definitely spawn related. I saw the signature pop in. All right, now for the fun part. Trying to figure out how to... I don't have an underside access on you. Your mid-deck... What do we got for options here? That's sure as hell not happening. There's nothing on that side. Might be able to pull in there. Kind of a close fit, but it's about the only other option I've got. Okay. Wow. It acts like it's going down to 0.9, but it feels worse than 0.9. Say that much. This is almost borderline unco-op levels of flag that I've got going here of some sort. Shoot just far enough. Oh, that's right. Since I have to dock flat. Thinking fourth dimensionally, Marty. Much better. All right. That connector. Let's get our connectors in. Locked on. All right. Let's see what these fine, lovely people will buy for me today. Everything, I suspect. Sure. Actually, let's check contracts first. Have something interesting. Let's see. We got acquisitions. I can finish these two up here, but I don't have any ingots on me. More than likely. Let's check that, because I did decor, salvage ship, mining ship. It's entirely possible I might have gotten something good. Oh, because since when do haulers actually haul anything that's haulable? A little bit of ore, some tiny amounts of stuff, and well, that's not bad. Supply of a little bit of gold. Let's try. That is all you got, huh? One iron bar. One iron bar. One iron bar. Tell Bob was really having to pack it in there towards the end. Ah, there we go. That's not bad for iron, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to find a deal for that. All right. Certainly pick up what we can. Acquisition. There's only one iron ore. Oh, that's going to be easy. Oh, no. See if there's any on there. Nope, there wasn't any on there. I'm pretty sure there wasn't any nickel. Nope. And should be no gold. No gold. All right. Let's sell some crap off. What do we got? Oh God, that's right. This is gonna take forever and a day. There's two mechanisms that Keen added into the game to prevent what I'm doing. One of them is they've made it annoying to unload anything with large inventories. The second one is that I'm eventually going to exhaust all of the deals here. And it's going to take a bit of time. I think it's about maybe 15 minutes before it respawns everything. So basically, I'm not able to dump everything off all at once. Which is kind of a annoying way to deal with spamming the system and making lots of money very quickly. I can't blame him for needing to do it, but this is gonna hurt. Get all of that. Yeah, see now even better, the bobs are emptying out behind me. So they're very happily selling off everything or refilling the inventory as much as they can until I exhaust everything. And now we're starting to get some more stuff coming out. I already sold off all the computers. I've got more of those showing up. And now for inventory hijinks with Farrell on Relaxing Friday. Okay, get rid of all the motors. Get rid of the... You're telling me you dropped 68... yeah, okay. So you unselect what I had selected anyways. That's helpful. Construction components. Yeah, grab all that. None of those. I have some reactor components you can have. 1.2 mil. This is ridiculous. We admittedly do need to nerf this a bit more, I suspect. But then again, Bob is the big game changer here. You haven't done any construction components there. Gravity components usually get buku bucks for those. 2 mil. 2 mil, and you get to save lots of space too on those. Amazingly enough, they will not buy medical components. Or I already managed to select it and let's see what we got. Steel tubes. I had 24 of those show up over here. As soon as I drop them, it's dragging more in. I like that. Some more interior plate I can sell off. That was some more motors. Wow. Okay. Computers. This is where a cargo management system would come in very handy on that grid right about now. Let's see. All right. Run all we can on that one. What can we do out of you? Hey, I've got some more motors I can sell off. I even have explosives at this point. There must have been a warhead on the V-Core ship somewhere. Grids. 2.5 mil. Haven't had to make any of this stuff. Basically, what we have here is the mobile encounter spawn. Mobile encounter spawning system is basically turned into a giant money press. So, I mean, you could capture all this stuff legit. I mean, it would take me forever and a day to do it, but inside of 4 hours, I could probably do it. 2.7 mil reactor components. You can have those. You can have all those that you want. Some more. No, I've already sold off all the grav components I could. Displays. Hey, you can buy some of those. 3.2. Interior plate. Yeah, I got some of those. You can have. Oh, we've exhausted all that now. Should be some superconductors somewhere in the inventory here. Power cells. No, there won't be any of those. That's the one thing I could make that I actually don't really want to make, because I can actually make more with silicon by selling it off for canvas. That's kind of sad, actually, when you think about it. Motors. Grab those 5. Store refreshed. That's the other lovely thing. They don't tell you when the store refreshes. Let's see. Get rid of all the last of those there. When you're in the cargo system long enough for the store to refresh, you may have probably been bringing a little too much to sell off. That's done. Gravity components. Interior. That. All the construction plate. Boom, done. Steel plate. Sure. Hey, radio communication components, even cheaper than everything else. I could probably just sit here all stream selling off this cargo. Let's be honest. This is not exactly 1.2 mil. What do I have to get up to buy the top end ship that they're gonna have here? Blue Ambassador Explorer 34 mil. I can already afford every ship out here, just about, except the most expensive one. I started off with 700k. It's that's so broken, so hilariously broken. I can fix that. Yeah, no, Lucas. I don't need you fixing it. This is relaxing survival, not hellish survival. The simple fact of the matter is also, while I am here, considering my distance to the outpost, to Moonbase, I am putting Moonbase at extreme danger of having something spawn over or above it. So there is a downside to doing all this. This does not come risk-free, even if I'm standing in the middle of a safe zone, which no AI can engage me in. Tube girder, don't have those in here now. Interior plate. Should put an additional 2 in that cargo inventory. All right, next. What do you got? Components, girders, all those. And all those small steel tubes. I don't think I can actually sell this thing out quick enough. I think every time I come up to a point where I looks like I am going to catch up, I suspect the game is going to very quickly change or update the store. Those, so I should probably be targeting the high ticket items here, like the superconductors. There we go, just sold out all that. 5.3. The money just keeps coming in. What else you got? Display. Just get out of the inventory. Computers. Sure, I got 20 of them on here. Grab them. Metal grids, all yours. Solar cells. Sure, they're hideously cheap. Hey, some canvas. I can make a good bit of money off of that. Any more? No, you don't want to buy any more superconductors. Okay. That. Have I made my point yet? Oh, good lord. This is just crazy. Explosives, computers. Well, at this point, I'm getting diminishing returns by getting 10s and 20s out of the moving inventory. Let's go for the big ones. Some more of that canvas. How many parachutes were those things carrying? Good grief. Explosives, those are high end. $2 on that. Grids, sure. Can't believe it. I'm almost done buying out the well, not almost done, still plenty of stuff. Those girders, you can get the last of those. Those. Come on. Computers, whatever you've got in here. That one's done. We're off the scroll list now. Detectors, anything, nothing. Radio, nothing. Glass. Oh. Those. Display, solar. Next cargo container. I see some displays in there. That's the last of the canvas. Wow. Okay. I legitimately don't even have to do anything because the bobs are still in the process of emptying themselves out at this rate. Had some power cells in there apparently. We had some communication components. I'll have that right now. Next cargo container. Solar. Display. Power. Detector. Radio. Ah. It's one more down. I'm running out of things I could possibly try to sell off. Not even working with the cargo hauler. Can you imagine what this is going to be like when I get the cargo hauler out here? Alright, I think that's just about it, aside from the Goose's small stuff. Can't imagine I've got much really left. Oh, hang on, there's another one. 5.8 mil. Alright, so 5 million off of what we had there. I could probably, yeah, you can sort, so that would probably be my better approach, would be to do that. But the bigger problem is just trying to go through the inventory. The other problem is also the fact that I can't do this very long because the docking connector will let go after 15 minutes. Not that it's gonna kill me or anything to have the ship detached, but it does change how I need to play with this a little bit. Took a little bit of bullet fire there. All right. All right, let's see what we can do here, because this is kind of ridiculous. Even the gats are all completely filled up. Oh, they can't fill the other side. The other problem, I've got cargo inventory, but I can't work with it. So we got that medium cargo container. Let's try. Let's see what we can consolidate here. You're packed. Crap. Any cargo container that's open, I can get things in. Nope. I don't think I can legit move anything around this. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I can't. The build and repair system's still trying to empty itself out. Oh, man. All right, here, get the scrap over there, because I can... Oh. Come on, game. Help me help you. Okay, that one's full, that's why. I'd rather take scrap out of the storage and get something useful in there. If you don't mind, game. You know, like all of that stuff. You can't sell scrap. Don't work that way. No scrap. I said no scrap. Didn't give me scrap. Stop moving one in there. Grrr. Gonna find a way to cram one little bit of scrap into everything, isn't it? Let's see. There, build repair. Stop dragging scrap everywhere, game. All right, let's do this. Let's turn off all the bobs at the moment. They can't do anything anyways. That will hopefully might put it into the drag and drop conundrum. Let's see. We've got more. Just the medium cargo containers. Large cargo would make it a bit easier, yeah, but it also would have spoiled the profile. And that was kind of the problem I actually had with the Lemon Square, was that large cargo container was central to everything, and when pieces got detached from it, everything fell apart. It does kind of make things a bit tricky. Let's do that. Build and repair, and find me one that's not completely full. Alright. And we pull. Because the other problem is, you note that the inside is only showing me the build and repairs. I need it to not do that. I need it to show me everything that I've got to work with out of the cargo system, which unfortunately means basically packing the dang thing full of ice as much as I can, and ores and other things that I can do to get stuff I can't sell off directly out of the system. Some floaters, tubes, glass. Let's get that gold out of there. All right. Cobalt. Sure can. Beautiful. I'll take the ammo while you're at it. Okay, this is better. This is going to help out tremendously. I didn't have any radio components, communications equipment to sell, and now I do. That one's full. Okay. Nice. Cobalt. Gold. Ammo. Video comes, and wow, you can't fit anything. All right, get that. Get the little stuff out of there while I can. 1 bar of iron. Thank you, game. You managed to find a place to put that. Just found the oddest ways to break everything up in here. That build repair's got some space in it too. Sweet. Some... Nope, not enough. This is gonna take a while. Tonight on Relaxing Survival, we have fun with Space Engineer's inventory system. Bemoan the fact that there's nothing in Space Engineers that lets me say, please put all components here natively. Gold, scrap that there's no way I can do anything with from here. I mean, what you really get down to is if you're going this route to make lots of money, basically you just have to sit down and build a refining setup right next to it, because it's almost quicker just to run everything over by hand. We need personal ammo if we can... No, you're still going. Alright. Gold. Move that out. Excellent. Cobalt. All of the ice in the world. Oh yeah, I have 30 more canvas sitting back in there. Come on. Full, not full. Not for long. Full, full, full. Room to maneuver. Oh, that scrap stays there. You come there. Mr. Farrell, Wise Troll, is working on having just scored some spur-of-the-moment salvage off of a crashing V-Core ship. And also trying to give the game a chance to catch up with whatever that has caused the lag pretty badly tonight. Pretty sure it's not any of the new mods that I've added in recently. Just feels like something in the universe isn't quite right. I can't put my finger on it, but it definitely has that feeling that... Well, I mean, it could be the large ship gone, the small ship gone wild. That is entirely possible. I hope it is not, because that does not bode well for the series' future on this map, but... Series is. I swear I'm not drunk. Let's see. Just drunk on cargo optimization. I will get this all sorted out eventually. Last note there, that stuff can make me some bucko. Actually get to it and sell it off. Dragging out those reactor components too. Those could make a pretty penny. Unfortunately, I can't just double click on this stuff without going into every single possible inventory connection here. We're going to empty out of you. Some more gold, sure. Some motors get away from me there. Grids. How many more? Eesh, a lot there. Art of diminishing returns and dragging things around manually. Suddenly reminded of the old salvage mining issue back in Eve's old... Oh god, yeah. So, trying to do mining on those ships back in those days. That was painful. Especially if you basically were not someone who, for instance, didn't have a job or was doing college courses and didn't have any morning classes. Mining in Eve was pretty much a waste of your time. Is if you're a working schmuck, you basically had nothing left to mine by the time you get out, because the asteroid clusters all regenerated at like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning Eastern US time. So you'd come home from work and try to do some mining, and you couldn't, because the only thing left was the completely worthless ores that no one wasted time on getting, and weren't really needed for anything, and couldn't really get you much of anything on the market for trying to do proper mining. So at one point, when I still had an Eve subscription, and I actually had it between jobs and had it paid off for the whole year at the time, so I could actually, go through and had nothing to do after doing the usual resume search and postings and whatnot, I actually, for a very brief time, did enjoy a career as an Eve miner. A very brief time indeed. And then I got a job, and then I couldn't do any mining anymore because nothing was ever left. Moral of the story is, just when you think Space Engineers has gotten worse, there are always other games that are doing things even more worse. Looking at you, Star Citizen, and that $890 fancy flying luxury yacht you've got. Kid, it's a nice looking yacht, but good lord, $890 bucks? Yeah. I don't think it exactly leaves us much room to dance on the head of the pin when complaining about Eve's, or not Eve, Space Engineers DLCs. Get down to it, holy moly. There's always a way to do it worse, I guess. Sorry if I'm picking on you guys that play Star Citizen. I have nothing against the game, just kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies sometimes. It's just trading around so many minute quantities, it's almost not worth it. Move. Got plenty of room down there for torpedoes. That'll help me out. That should help. Yes. It's full. That's almost full. Let's go for smaller stuff like that. And that. Really don't need Gatling or personal handgun ammo, that much of it. Good lord. All of these things that I do not need to possess that I somehow do. I was thinking this was going to be a far more efficient use of my time for getting things out of my inventory, but I'm starting to really question that right now. I mean, yeah, I may be able to get a chunk of things over here with the hauler once I get that finished and wrapped up, but if I'm gonna have to spend all night doing this, I don't know, guys. I'm starting to have second thoughts on that ship right now. Oh man, okay. Grab that. I don't need all that ammo. I don't need all the ice. Thank you for all the ice. I have not... I'm trying to think of when the last time I actually had to go out ice mining was. And I honestly can't remember in the series at this point. There's a project for anyone who's going through the backlog right now. Find out when I last actually mined up ice intentionally. I'm gonna guess it probably would have been around episode 12, 13? I don't know. But it's gonna be pretty soon in the series, I suspect. This stuff is just going on forever. Alright, You know, I'm not even getting enough of this at this point, so let's go ahead and redock. Locked on. Happy little list has refreshed itself. All right. That's. Oh, I've also got personal inventory too tied up in all this. That. Ah, didn't it? Keen. Come on, that's just bad design. You don't reset a sort list just because you eliminated one thing on the list. Do better than that. Canvas, detect components, large steel, yeah, those. Motors. Oh boy. Let's just go off of what we've got here. I can get rid of superconductors. I already got rid of those. This is one I haven't gotten to for sorting yet. That's when I started. Hang on, still plate. I wonder just how close I'm going to manage to push this one. Let's get you there. It's better to dip the resources into your base for better ships or something else. Well, that's just it. This isn't the full load of what I've got in the base. The base is running out of 2 large cargo containers for all the stuff I'm carrying right now. I actually needed to do this with, that's why I'm building the small ship gone large, is because I need something that can transport all the crap I've got in the base over here to get rid of it. I can't get rid of it because this thing is full. And it takes forever to do it this way. It's working. I am making money hand over fist doing it, but oof. This is an exercise in carpal tunnel syndrome, let me tell you. So gravity components in there, motors, I see a couple there. Need a button that just selects everything that I've got in this inventory or across the... I don't understand why Keen's broken this out into cargo containers individually like that, especially with the freaking list popping off the top of the screen. That's not exactly good UI design either. But, jeez. Power, radio, construction. I mean, it helps that I don't have the Bob's back filling everything on me right now, but good grief. Yep, there. We're getting there. There's no arguing that. Yeah, it's actually a little quicker to do it this way. Just going up and down the list pretty much in each container. Oh, goodness. Yeah, Kerbal is going to get interesting tomorrow, I think. I've got a little something that... It's not going to necessarily be all that impressive from a build standpoint, but hopefully something that will make things a bit easier for some of our launches that we have been doing. It's been a project I've been working on all week. It's definitely not going to be done in time, fully done as much as I would like to have it done for tomorrow, but involves something I have never done in the game to date. And I've had quite a few people helping me out too, and I really appreciate their help as well. So some of what I am trying to do is way beyond my natural ability or knowledge base. Here we're running out of stuff to sell off. That's the one we were... Canvas, computers, nope. Do you have any computers? Nope. Computer, solar panels. You've got solar panels. We can sell off some of those. Gravity components, we already got all of those sold. I've got so many cargo containers, I actually can't... Hey, this is definitely a downside to the design here. I'm seeing bulletproof glass there. Thank you. I appreciate your desire to try to prevent me from doing what I'm doing, game, but please stop it. We already got all the tubes. We got all the motors, computers, yada yada yada. Grids I don't need. You have computers. Got that category. 2 categories. Meanwhile, you got to sit here and wonder, what the heck are this faction thinking right about now? What the heck is this guy doing? Just coming in and dropping off tons of stuff. We've bought everything he's got, and he's still dropping off more. Nope, I can't sell anything out of you. Nope, I sold off all the computers to glass. Yep. At the very least, it'd be nice if they implemented the same sort of control over the inventory here. Like, let me type in something to find in my docked ship so I can transfer it over, because that would be kind of nice. Be able to pick from multiple inventories when you're trying to pull up all the stuff you can sell off. Nope, can't make any use of you. Did I already get all the Yeah, I must have gotten all the detector components. Solar panels. Up here. Hey, we got that one. I'm running out of... No. Radio. Well, every radio component I can get my hands on, apparently, but... These guys running a pirate radio station? You're tuned to KSPRT Radio. All pirate, all the time. Coming up next on our top 10 hit list, it's the Yar Har Hars with Blow Me Down. I'm this close to giving up on it. I'm this close to moving everything into a cargo container and sending it off on a sun scuttle. Turn it into a targeting practice. All right, that's sold off quite a bit, and limited returns at this point of searching through containers. Let's see what we got. Cargo network, mediums, and build and repair systems. Oh yeah, we've definitely sold off quite a bit here. Let's try to consolidate a bit. Need to start getting some of this stuff together, if only just to make it easier to get back and forth between these inventories. Do that. Start dragging stuff over. What's in you? Okay. You're maxed out. Alright, so thrusters. We have a cargo container for thrusters, finally. A cargo container for reactor components. Ammo, you don't belong there. And thrusters components. Aha. No. Come on. Mouse wheel for the win? No. That one. My solar panels do I have sitting back here? Look at this stuff. This is stuff I didn't even get into on that list. And I was like, I could swear I was 2/3 of the way through it. Whew. Bountiful haul here. Problem is the bounty's overflowing at the gills. Sun's gonna be cool to see if the sun was an actual celestial body you could reach in the game, as opposed to me just lighting off the cargo container off in the vague general direction of the sun, playing a little bit of taps in the background, and then quietly hitting Alt F10 and going and deleting the grid. That's what it probably wound up being. So much stuff in here that even the reactors are like, we don't want any of this stuff. No, we're good, man. We're full. Oh boy. Okay, get you over there. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when you've played too much Tetris as a kid. You get to this point in your life, and you realize you have finally found your calling, moving things around to make them all fit. Still full. That one's still full. I'm still not anywhere near. That one cargo container is the best I've had so far. Everything else is still jam-packed full of crap. Let's see. You... I mean, I'm pretty sure the game is not behind... that Bob's not pushing things out behind the scenes. They are all off, so... shouldn't be any searching going on for places to shove stuff. Guess I'm getting most of the rock out of the way. I know I'm not gonna really get much of a headway in terms of things like iron plates and whatnot. Steel plates, interior plates, those are going to be around forever and a day. Those will take forever to get rid of. I don't think I'm ever going to find a way to get rid of them. Hang on. Hang on a minute. Hey, Otters, let's talk something here. So, obviously, iron, nickel, and... to a slightly lesser extent, silicon are hideously easy to get in the game because all you have to do is just reach down into the ground, pluck a bit of stone up, and bada bing, bada boom, Bob's your uncle. And also your favorite block in the entire game. We have something that can just fire plain old steel plates as ammo. You know, like a, I don't know, a giant shredding weapon of some sort. It feels like something that would be a good thing for a shotgun, a big giant mecha shotgun almost, an ultra AC of sorts. Yeah, we're still pulling stuff every now and then out of inventory there. It's weird. It's got room for it at least, but nice. A lot of storage on that one. Perfect. A junk jet. There you go. I could see that. A junk jet. Just anything to save me from... I mean, it's like... Okay, admittedly, if I were grinding this stuff down by hand, some of the stuff I'm recovering would be coming in as scrap, because inevitably I'd manage to hold onto a trigger too long, or the game would just lag out at the worst possible time, and I would wind up with turning inventory bits into lots of bits that I don't longer need. Like a scrap cannon kind of thing would be nice. Just anything to find a more interesting way to get rid of some things. Into the Space Engineer debris gun. It's legit to a point where I'm almost ready to stop moving the steel plates into the build and repairs. That one's full. No. There's really not much point in doing this. But the great news is if I just park this sucker over by the control tower and I start building it, I'm definitely going to have no issues with some magnesium in there. I don't think I'd have any issues with trying to build anything made out of steel plates and interior plates. That's not going to be a problem at all. Can build very quickly, I suspect. You got some goals, ice, some install microwave ovens, some kitchen delivery. We've got some movies, refrigerators. Got some movies, color TVs. And if that doesn't do a good job of dating me, that, I don't know, there's much more I can say. Alright, let's check where we're at. Oh, but this close to putting in... Actually, NDS wouldn't even help me out here. NDS and Izzy would both just be like, yeah, you got no room, man. I'm gonna take one look at the inventories and just freak out for the next half hour trying to build everything up. Ah, and the inventories... Well, actually, I can take care of my personal inventory. Here's a display I can get rid of. Ah, I've been out there so long, it's detached again. Right. Fine. Sim speed has gone up, though. I mean, doing this seems to have helped it out, so maybe it's inventory clutter that's been causing so many issues. Yeah, there's our first one. You've got nothing. Nope. I'm trying to think if anyone had explosives or detector components. Don't think anything I was seeing did. That one hasn't been touched. That's got grav components in it. Make a bit of money off of that. Hey, med base if I managed to grind down with these ships at this point. Good grief. Nope. Displays. I should just stick a survival kit on the thing and let it do some of the stuff like displays in the background. Yeah, they're hideously cheap. You don't get much for it, but hey, why not? Get a little bit of my money back for sitting around here. Still 8.4 million. That is definitely making it worthwhile. Maybe a lot of work, but do that like 10, 15 more times, you might actually get something out of it. Hey, there's some displays. Yeah, just in time for that to update. All right, Space Engineers, I get you what you're saying. Going back to the top, and you're not letting me sell off anywhere near enough of that. Oh, hey, look at that little bug. You know, that's almost like I was just trying to use Izzy to move some stuff around in a multiplayer game. And now I've got an estimate on my inventory. Just saying. Throw a little bit of salted keen. 9 mil gravity components. Third, fourth one down. Maybe fifth. Okay, I lied. The sixth. Yep, I got reactor components on that one. And there we go. That out. On at it. Construction components. I really wonder if it actually does change the quantities of what you can sell off, because it doesn't feel like it. Like, if you start selling off too much of one thing, that actively the next time it spawns up, it'll let you sell less and less and less, because I think it's sticking to the same totals every time. It's kind of interesting. If those totals don't vary much and you know the frequency at which the respawn happens, then you can very easily set up some sort of mostly automated system to produce exactly what you need to sell off every time you make a visit to a station, if your visit has been X number of minutes since the last visit. Let's try from this end. Grab components. There we go. Buku bucks on that. More grids. Holy crap, 1,000 superconductors in there, ready to go. Some detector components I can sell off. I have not gone in and dug into the economy system quite as much as I want to. Some weird stuff going on here. That'll be in the next DLC, only $12.99. Yeah. Well, again, going back to the discussion about Star System. Well, at least I'm not paying $890 for a fancy carbon fiber plated ship. You know, I mean, there's, you know, worse things that could be happening. Crap, I'm channeling a little bit of Red Pharaoh there. Watch out, guys. This could get ugly. Both flash or let it. That was all the big stuff that I could sell off to get rid of the most amount of spaces. I can't. The grids. I can go through the grids pretty quickly. So let's do that. I can only imagine I must have gotten something that had lots of heavy armor on it at some point. Yep. That. I got all but the small steel, or the large steel tubes. There on those. Craft components. Here, we'll finish up that one. Where's that one that had all the solar panels on it? There's one in here. That's the one. And admittedly, it does feel like the prices are going down just a bit here. Let's try some here. Let's take note of a cargo container that's on here. So cargo container 9, and let's see. Okay, so I have no more explosives. Let's find the grav components, because I can make a good amount off of that. And in exchange, chuck that stuff out of there. Solar panels we can make just to get rid of. Superconductors, yes please. There's more grav components. Let's just grab all of those. Focus on optimizing one part at a time, and then that's better. Kind of put the big ticket stuff elsewhere. Or the little ticket stuff, I guess I should be calling this. Okay, there we go. So, superconductors. Anyone who's got superconductors, stack them on up. Now they've got some room to play with here. Shaft block that ejects shredded steel plate behind you to confuse turrets. Ooh. Doesn't even have to be shredded steel blocks. It can just be the scrap, actually. And give you a legit reason to need a process to actually make scrap metal. Because, let's be honest, there's not really much of a call for it. Let's look at grids. Where are my grids at? Some of these guys. Yeah, for what little I can get together. Okay, so let's do those back. Let's go for cargo container number 8. We should have. Stuff a little more. Start emptying out some of you. Oh, that is the same container. Derp. I'm dragging stuff around and I can't figure out why it's not going anywhere. Well, maybe you're putting it back in the same place you got it. There, that one's still full. Oh, I said I want even the connector's packed in. That's great. Okay. Medium cargo container number 2 is going to have as many grids as I can jam into that thing as possible. Oh, where was this cargo container during PvE? Or sorry, PvPvP. The PvPvP. I don't think I can get everything in there, but I can get pretty close. Yeah. All right. Let's, while I'm out here, interactively undock and dock. That's right, there's a cooldown when you disconnect, annoyingly enough. Might even be distance related. Suspect, nope, there we go. Unfortunately, I understand why they did that too, but it doesn't make it any less annoying. Ooh, look at the... Oh, the lights. Apologies for anyone who suffers from epilepsy there, because that's kind of... Should also be keeping an eye on the contracts too. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's not going to restock any of those contracts until I actually not have such a big load of crap sitting around here, I suspect. The best part is I can't even tell what cargo number any of this stuff is too. So I'm guessing as to what may be where. So some girders going around. Nope, because I've run out of anything from motors either. Girders. Aha. There are some right there. Please partake of my girders and the glass. This is the reason why I'm not worried about actually that I'm getting rid of these things, because I've got so many components broken down back at base that even assembling them there is not going to be a big deal. The amount of raw stock I'm rocking at this point back home is just absolutely crazy. So I might as well put this to use. That's 10 mil right there that I've already gotten up to. Let's see. Girders. Nothing I can sell there. Nope. There. Glass. Have at it. All that you want. All that you need. Basically providing all the raw resources for this entire sector right now, I suspect. There's all my grids, finally. Okay, so they're nowhere near the top. Got it. Ooh. Adappadoopadee. How much longer am I going to put up with this? Believe it or not, I'm probably not going to put up with this much longer at this rate. I think one more store refresh and just hit the big stuff, and that's it. I've got to go back to base because I'm not going to do this all night. That's crazy. Some power cells we can get rid of. Some more computers. When you think about what goes into the construction of a big ship that you're salvaging, even beaten up, considering that ship that was crashed out there had already been beaten up by another NPC ship, that's it's still pretty hefty resource haul. It would have been harder to do it without shields, but it could still be done. It's just not easy to do in a light ship. There's girders there. Hang on. 11 mil. Okay. I'm gonna refresh that timer block. Take a look outside and see what's going on, because I got a lot of red poking around here. Mobile station. 2 mobile station silent dragons out there now. There's a Challenger convoy moving around nearby. A vulture. We've got core sitting around over there. 2K out. That's a little uncomfortably close. Where's Moonbase? Moonbase is over there. Let's make sure nothing's making itself a pain or nuisance over there. Don't worry about that frigate. He's kind of not moving. That worries me. That's a spectator cam check for sure. I mean, anything that came over here is not going to last long. That is more than enough to hold the base at very least, but... Despawn? That's the frigate on the other side there. Hyperion class frigate. Hyperion class frigate 5 kilometers up and suspiciously stationary. Yeah, I wonder why. It's missing a good chunk of the underside there. Oh, good lord, but that is, that's going to be a tricky target to get into if I want to get after him. 4 missile turrets. Eesh. Alright, game. Have you reset your stocks yet? Let's also make sure I do... What should I have on me? I don't have any on me. I haven't gotten any supplies yet. Didn't realize that's where the ATM was on this station. Are you selling yet? No, you're... Okay. I'm not waiting around for you any longer. I got good deals. You don't want to buy them because you can't be bothered to talk to me. Then that's it. We're out of here. I've got another store I could just as easily go to that will give me just as much. Reputation, actually, like now too. Because that is a lot of stuff. You know, I've sold off about 10 million worth of goods to these guys, and my reputation's still only 16. Just it hasn't been an acquisition mission. That kind of... That ain't right. You have a beacon down there, though. What are you? Probably a ground-based installation, if I were to guess. I'm sure Bob's primed. Probably not one I want to go after. Thinking about that. Universal hauling reputation is 4. Yeah, let's not go after that. Observation outposts. And 1 moon base. Is there a setting for the encounters mod? A setting as in what in particular? I mean, like what it's spawning in, how much is spawning in type thing? So we're down on the deck here. It's over there. Hang on, was I heading to... Did I legit actually think I was heading to moon base properly that way? No. It's 8 kilometers off. What am I doing thinking I'm immediately adjacent to it? Not even anywhere near the frigate that I was worried about. I don't see them even after a few days of playing. The thing about, and Lucas can probably confirm this in chat, it's distance traveled. So the reason why all of this stuff has spawned in around me and all the ground encounters are showing up now is because I've moved around quite a bit in the game. If you don't do a lot of moving around, things generally stay pretty quiet. Like if I work in the base for, 3 hours here, I'm not going to get too much going on overhead if I'm working about in the same spot. There we go. Now I can see some stuff down here. All right. Okay, it's something in the base is killing the sim speed. Because that is immediately back down to 0.8 after flying around at 0.1. Oh, it is sim speed soup down here. What did I do to you, game, down here? I know there's decorative blocks and whatnot here, but I hope it's not because of this thing. I mean, yeah, it's kind of hideously OP, but... Alright, let's look at our top level here, because we have that bit to do from the outside. Definitely needs to be capped off. We have to work on the inside here down at the atrium level, because as it stands, the only places you can get to are this level. So I'm gonna come up with a good stairway to get up to here, and then another one integrating an airlock system that will get up to here. I forgot to fix the axe or not the axe, the solar panel setup here last time. Interesting to see that side's fine, but that side's gone wibbly wobbly. Then of course we've got the work to do in here. So I'm gonna start solidifying up the building just a bit more. Needs a bit more of a decorative interior than just all this. And why is there... Oh, game. Tell me you've not dropped something else. You gotta be kidding me. Rust Freighter, where are you? That is... Yep. And then there are days you don't even have to fight them. They take care of themselves. Knocked you out. Well, you had a decoy system. Apparently it didn't do you much good. Or the AI just couldn't take advantage of it. One gun. And that's it. And large cargo containers on board. I don't need stuff. I don't need stuff. I don't need stuff. I need to stop accumulating all the things. I have plenty of things. I do not need more. Let's go work on the inside. Keep me from seeing all that stuff here. You can... I'll even risk turning off the signals at this point. Alrighty. So, second level. We got our little restaurant in down here. It could be the hydroponics, actually, causing potential lag. Some of the decorative blocks I'm using were functional at one point, and now they aren't quite so much. Unfortunately, that's just the way that it goes. So I have need for something to go in there. And stairs. Where do I want to stick stairs? Yeah, because we've got this end down here too. I'm trying to remember if this was airtight behind it. I'm not seeing any red lights there. You're fine, so... I have... Anyway, let's... Okay, that's what I thought. You are... airtight at the moment. Right, because this is where we had the solar setup originally mounted on. And that's not airtight. Okay. As I said, I was going to kind of redo a little bit of this. And this makes a bit sense. It's a good spot for the stairwell to go up. We'll just kind of rip and replace. Original foundation here. This is a little bit of a fixer-upper. Lightly abused by enemy ships. Need that med bay there anymore. You can go away. Thinking how much room I've got to work with here, because if that's... The air vent is behind that other block over there. So I need a little more room to play with here. I want to put a decent set of stairways in. I can have a wall sitting on this side. Maybe the other ship that was stable is going after that. Yeah, I don't think the signal was there. I would have probably noticed that when I started flying out, but could be. I can't rule it out. Let's just figure out. That's perfect, because that gives me nice little balance setup. Okay, there's air behind there. And now you know, and knowing is half the battle. Let's turn game down a little bit there, because that is getting... This is noisy, especially for me today for some reason. I'm not sure what's up with that. I think we can bring our stairs up to the top through here. And partition off a little bit. Balance out that spot there. I don't know why I'm so worried about depressurizing the passenger area. It's not like I don't have a million tons of ice sitting around. Ooh, that was a nice freeze there. Between that and the fact that I can have it welded back up inside of seconds. Alright. Plain old ugly looking blockhouse. What can I do with you? Assuming I have an entrance through here. And it would actually behoove me to think about putting an airlock in here somewhere. Let's see, we got some other options here. So I do have MA's Admiral Suite. Apparently includes some decent-ish looking stairs. I can't... Doesn't quite fit the room per se, but... Hang on. That's not bad. Aside from the fact it takes me right up behind the wrong spot, but I mean, top of this wind up being here. I like. Oh, and it's even got a topper piece to it. Oh, you've sold me. You have sold me on that one. Does it have a bottom? No, just enclosed topper and stairway. Okay. Walkable. Not gonna complain about that. Multiple stories in between, so I can have a place to get out of the stairs. Staff offices or something for the people who work up at the command area. It's no worse than any of the other stairs I've used so far. And you can see through them. Okay, that one wins. Let's just find... What else we got to play with here? We've got a bathroom to work with if we want. I'm thinking what we have for hallways. Closed space. Air vents. Air vent with wall. Air vent. I picked it up because it looked like it would make a really interesting alternate set, basically. I'm thinking maybe... Don't really need the air vent itself per se, but something like that. Doorway with wall and LCD. So I don't want to necessarily... I want to leave these windows that are here on the side of the stairwell open to the hallway that's outside it at the top. So I kind of need a bit of an open floor plan for that, but it's looking like it's not easy to do. That's what I'm looking for. Something like that. And you know I saw walls that I'm doing for here. There's the T with LCD, which that should work. I need corner pieces. Did you give me corner pieces? Yes, you did. Holy crap, and they're curved to boot. Some speed's hanging in there at least now. I mean, granted, this doesn't look quite so good. I think that's the cost I'm paying for keeping the top of this open like that. Yeah, I can live with that. Is there a door that goes with you, please? Pray tell. There's a wall cover, display shelves. I mean, or that I could even just go without the actual striping on the floor in the hallway and whatnot. Doorway and LCD, but I want one with a wall. Preferably like an airlock almost, but not quite. Yes, no, do you exist? Closed wall. I have my own black, the beep deep do. I have my own bathroom blocks now if I wanted to use that. Maybe what I do. There's gotta be a door for this thing. You cannot tell me that he doesn't have a hall ending door of some sort. It has a bit of a weird preview to it, but try it. Because I'm not continuing that look on the inside, because I'll go crazy if I try to do that. Is it invert? Oh! Damn you. Now I do want to use this. Oh. Right. Alright, I guess we're continuing this look into the inside of the room. If I sound hesitant to use it, it's because I don't want to go absolutely hog wild in this thing, but I guess I am dropping the floor there. So it's not going to be quite as drastic, I guess would be the word I'm looking for. Looking for a block it can sit up against underneath the air vent here. And I'm not finding anything. Dang. You're kidding me. Come on, Bob. Give me a hand. I have to see this now, Bob. Oh, that's slick looking there. It's weird because I know how they're doing this. The normals have been flipped around on the mesh material. That's why the different angles you look at it, you're not quite seeing it just right. Like you would expect to see that curving backdrop between you and the model all the time, but they're tricking you through that way. All right. I can live with that because it looks like I can decorate. a little around. What I'm looking for is a wall ender there. Something that'll get me the curved view of it. There you go. I mean, it's a big installation. I'm sure they've got some sort of... There it is. Some sort of little fanciness to their command center, right? I suspect this is going to be a fancy command center now, definitely. All right, you know, I should really be just add a bunch of blocks off this thing. Now we got a doorway with the ceiling. I'm not using a ceiling block here, so those are kind of out. So what I just need is the wall cover. You are... at that. Start with those and see what we get. Oh, and window. Do need to definitely have a window there. This is gonna be kind of interesting because I can sort of set up the interior and go right to the edge. Tricky. I may have to reconsider. Find the block and grind it, please. Any block will do. So what might happen is these might be offices over on this corner, I suspect. You have... Well, no, I can live with having grids like that in there. Didn't really want to have the ceilings in there, but I can work with that. Kind of incorporate that into the design. What if I just want a plain... Well, there's a plain wall without the ceiling, so I can do that. I just want to cover those. That's what I was looking for. These guys. And then somewhere in here is ever so lovely curved wall. Actually, kind of need the ceiling on that. It's gonna look a little weird if the top piece just ends right there. Don't know if there is such a block though. It's there, but it's got the... Well, actually, yeah, it has the floor with it. That's what we do want. Maybe I do want the problem I have with putting the floor in here is it's gonna look weird when it comes time to put down a console. That's my big fear right now. Between that and trying to fit in an actual like thick wall here. So we have something like that, and let's say grab some consoles. So we'll mix in a few of everything out there. Maybe... Yeah. Gives me a nice big approach working area over there. Come through the door after winding your way up a million stairs. Onto here. A little bit of a neat little display there. Maybe I even just need to not do a whole... Just carry the walls down around the corner and put offices on the other side, because admittedly, I guess there still would be some sort of flight operations stuff going on here because of the actual docking bay itself. Let's have to muse on that one for a little bit. Maybe a bit of a smaller working area. Do that, and then this becomes our office area number 1, office area number 2. Make this one the fancier one, make it slightly bigger. Not slightly, much bigger. This one I am going to go for a full... Oh, no, 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 no. Go for something a little more enclosed on this side, because this one I know I can work with some custom desks, if I remember correctly. EDM says we have... He hasn't finished building the cargo hauler and is already building something else. Oh, I'm actually going back to the previous project. The reality of it is in all honesty, even if I finish off that thing right now and loaded everything up off of base, that thing is still mostly full. And taking it over with my original plan to just dump everything out at the outpost and sell it off resulted in the better part of about an hour's worth of me doing nothing but unloading stuff on stream. It was not very exciting. It's gonna take, I suspect, a lot of off-camera work to do some of these and do them up properly, so, or the selling runs, basically. So those might be an off-camera type thing, not something I'm necessarily going to do on stream. Do you have any... I won't ask you for any Grey Poupon, but a wall cover that actually has... alternate walls, enclosed wall, enclosed... I need a... You give me lots of stuff, but it's not stuff that has proper door and floor. Ew, missing texture bank. Uh-oh. It's broken. Don't do it. I swear I didn't do it. It's not my fault. In a way that I haven't quite yet figured out yet. Let's do... Trying to think ahead to where I can put some things here. That would be a wall. That would be an interior wall. Walls, walls everywhere. The walls. Don't get me wrong, I love this piece, but yikes. Trying to work in stuff with the carpet is always difficult. Yeah, it's starting a little bit better. Fix you. I fix you. Get a wall section. You get a wall section. Okay, so I need to fit a door there. Gotta remember that. Door goes here. And door can only go here. There shall only be one door. Thou shalt not have one door if thou intendest to handle off 2 doors. 3 is right out. What do we got? Door. Come on, game. Set me up with the door that works. That's an enclosed doorway. That will not do me any good. That's a door with an LCD in front of it, which I guess I could work with. This is a toggleable door. Aha! It does exist. That's good, and I put a block down here that had a door there. Yes, I did not. Door. It's the one part I always don't like about using a nice looking set like this. This looks great from a standpoint of aesthetics, but I can't fit anything in this room because there's no actual spot. The ceiling is in this block. The block that I'm looking at with the walls is in this block. The floor is in this block. How do I fit something? There's no room. I mean, I can do some things apparently. Like there's a bathroom enclosed, a shower enclosed. Okay. Apparently 2 bathrooms because one's not enough. Because all of this. That's the ship display. That's the Admiral's bathroom. That's the Admiral's bathroom enclosed. Shower enclosed. Display shelf for window, which that I guess I could kind of stick down here to mirror the other side of everything. Yeah, it's all we've got. Apparently the Admiral just doesn't need office furniture, I'm guessing. I don't know why, but that seems to somehow be the case. I'm kind of also curious when I saw the mod, why is there ceiling trim? It's kind of, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's neat that you've got a way to do arched ceilings with this, it looks like, but it is kind of weird. He's got a bathroom in the Admiral suite, but he does not have a bed. He does not have a desk. What does this poor guy do for working? He just constantly stands? What's the deal with him? Ah, you trickses me. Open window. Nope. I need to use wall to find it. There. All right. So the other thing is how. Noticing a distinct lack of privacy with the doors here. Just an observation. I suspect they don't like that very much. Cover enclosed. To there. I mean, wait, what? What? That's the wall cover there. That's... Am I missing something funky with how his compound blocks get set up? This is just weird. That's enclosed. Oh, maybe that's how it's done. All right, hang on. Oh! Purple block suddenly shoves me out of the way. Oh, great. Oh, that's weird how he's got these blocks up, too. They overlap the edge slightly. That is interesting. Not the right color, but interesting. Alright, so let's say that's an enclosed door. Does this do everything up properly the way I think it should? Does it look that way outside? No. Well, good news is I can lock myself in, apparently. I can't do anything else. Sorry, Admiral, I can't give any privacy unless it actually lets you in there to... I kind of figured Admiral wall color cover, kind of... Maybe it's if you're running a cockpit on it or something? Kind of a weird thing to do, but... Each their own, I guess? So the sort order doesn't work properly on the double click. Because yeah, I like the idea of having a door. Just if you're gonna have an LCD on it, then you need to have an LCD and not an LCD or kind of thing. That's his doorway LCD. That's enclosed doorway LCD. Corner, corner. Admiral Suite door. Now my earlier question stands. How do I close the door? There isn't even anything here to try to get to the LCD strip. I found a way to make a break apparently in the game. Confiscate a welder. Because there's the... I still don't know what purpose... I'm missing something? I'm just gonna step away over here. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Yeah, I probably will. Just because I'm curious. I mean, he's definitely doing some interesting stuff. I mean, especially because at this point, I could also kick over to the back row of our little operational bridge here. Start putting some use to other things that are in here. Let's put... Should have functional... Put that in that block, okay. Kind of mix the two here a little bit. All right, yeah, because you don't have that. Let's do that, and that one, and that one. All right. I do like that there's a programmable block that has been worked into this particular design. From that side. That's not gonna look good if I do that. No, 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 no. Gotta be a way to properly curve those around. That's fine. There's a set of stairs I'm thinking about here. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. And he's got those named according to the proper terminology for mod, something I'm not looking for at all 90% of the time. Okay, liking this so far. Other thing, I don't have need an airlock, really, because this shouldn't be open all the way up to here. But then again, if I'm sticking an airlock down at the bottom of this, then maybe that's where the stairwell or the airlock goes down there, and the bridge provides. It's not very secure to have it provide that, but better than nothing, I guess. All right, outside appearance definitely needs a bit of work now. Let us find how we are going to make all of this actually work together. Especially considering I've got conflicting forms of architectural features going on here. I'm thinking something like that. Point. Yeah, it's gonna get in the way of the view. Darn it. Smaller block. I needs a smaller block to fit that little spot. Said block does really not exist in the game on this one. I really doubt I'm gonna find anything that'll fit in that. Or I'm going about this the wrong way. I do the same sort of thing I did on whatchamacallit, the trade surplus redo. Find myself a 2x1 non-flat surface. 1x1 won't work. Gotta be a 2x1 slope. Because no girder. Okay. Need girder. I wonder where I might find some girders. Do you really think that I might have left myself some? Oh, yes, indeed, I have. all the girders in the world I could want at low, low, exceptionable prices. Because that's just the way we roll. Just accent it like so. So it kind of has a little bit of that, a little bit of the faux aircraft, not aircraft, airport tower look to it from the front there. So we're taking that and actually sort of really inverting that. Maybe that's what I do, is invert the design of the passenger concourse a little bit with those windows. Oof, sim speed, what's going on? Aside from an unknown signal just sitting up there directly above me. Yeah, you spawned in a massive convoy. That's not helping matters. Freighter's still sitting down out there. Lovely. The other thing it's probably not helping is I do have the render distance turned up. It is trying to render all of the grids out to 11 kilometers. Or I think it was 11 I set it to. Don't want to go too high because of the asteroid density, but it is cranked up there. And that was a change I've made somewhat recently, so maybe that's just what's doing it. Really? You're out of bulletproof glass. I don't know how much more I've got on here. Sold off a lot of that. Let's some junk inventory here. All right, well, eventually, one way or another, I'm going to empty this thing out, apparently. What am I doing? Why am I loading all this stuff up? You have a bobbed ship. Use the damn thing. Ooh. Okay, hang on. Let's find the spots and kill those. Let's see if that helps a bit. I don't like spotlights. They do contribute a good bit. Maybe not bad, but... Ooh, 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 ooh. So we've got that look going on. It's good from inside. You kind of get this extra thick window look when you do this sort of thing. And then he says, grinning like a kid at Christmas. I can work with that one, darn it. I could flip it and do that. No, not that way. Not like that. I could do a blast window. And by that, I mean something like the airtight door there. That's still not going to look right. Use Bob to build solar tower as well. There's nothing that actually needs to be built back there. That's actually all intentionally scaffolding. Oh, good old scaffolding block. What about... And I can go with the interior wall. Doesn't have to actually have a window in it. I can't easily... there's something that would make sense in that being able to walk up onto this level to look at like an observation area. Trick to that is I've got this ceiling thing there actually kind of helps me out a little bit. Any of these passages. Because you would have... That's the enclosed, that's the unenclosed. Let's try... Plate still. Alright. Hey. Or I can get some interior plate. Anyone got any ideas on that one? Oh, good Lord. Bob is still trying to empty himself out here. He's a-trying. He's not having much luck, but he's trying. Technically, this is the ceiling tile of that particular block. I'm gonna borrow for the floor. Let's not do that because that's gonna be a wall bit. And let's try selectively adding my lighting in. There's a version of that block that's got the lights built into it. And I've got to go back and do all sorts of stuff with these lights, and this is only making this part of the base even worse. Oh, I suspect I'm going to have another lighting review to do up here. Just to start to try to clean the number of lights we've got going on in the scene again, like I had to do with the ground base. Switch over to doing ATG and everything. It's working, but I don't know for how much longer it's going to. Let's put it that way. Put something like that. Just to really mess with people's heads. Completely unexpected shaping. Because it makes absolutely no sense to step it there, but you know what? It looks good. Can't explain it. I don't know why, but it just works. Come on. Yeah, good luck. There you go. Something about the contrasting angles that's working for that. So you get kind of a weird mix of different angles and ways you don't normally see, I guess. I don't know. I know it's working. Might be able to button this piece up tonight. Should actually let me unseal all parts of the building, and I can do some more work on the interior. I can use that to finally declare this piece done. That's a scary thought. He's actually done? I don't do done projects, though. It's constantly get tweaked. At least from this angle. Oh, gods, yeah, does that need some accent lighting up there? This is way too dark. I'll reflect a little bit of light back off of the ceiling when I get the blocks over the passage lights up there, but it needs something, all right. Ah, but look at that shot coming in from outside. That's just perfect. Perfect, liking that. Oh, come on, SimSpeed. What are you doing to me? It feels like I'm swimming through soup, but the sim speed's up at 0.9 a lot of the times here when it's acting that way. That still needs something on that side too. What are you missing? Aside from windows. That's missing. And windows. Render B. I just got a crazy idea. Get sealed, you fool. Kind of thinking of... you're not gonna fit right at the right angle, are you? No, you will. Okay. Let's just see. It doesn't quite fit, but I can play around with the angle at the bottom of that to make it work. So instead of this being like that, ooh. Yes. I want more. I need more of this in my life. This has an interesting look to it. Something different than the traditional row of window, 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 mushroom, mushroom. Lets enough light through to the center of that space. So we'll still manage to get some sunlight coming through into the stairwell there. And I can even... My only complaint is that it feels it's too close to that support. But to fix it, I'd have to bump this whole end out by a block. And I'm not 100% convinced yet that that's the right move to make. See how well this turns out. This would be something other than big giant square edge building of boxy proportions ending somewhere in random places. Then I have something I can use for you. An accent block. That's what I'm looking for. Something to go down the middle between those windows. It's not 100% the size of a full block. Let's go for access block that's functional. And not the offset ladder. That's not going to work right there. Let's do that as a dark gray. It's legit. You have reasons to get up to the top of a building from the outside, so why not just go ahead and put something there? It'd help if I picked the right gray, wouldn't it? Or green. And that's all the excuse I need to say, give me more light. Even though I killed the game engine. The lighting engine is screaming for mercy right now. Please, sir, may I not have more? No, I shall have all of the light. Crap, it don't work there. Oof. Even just switching tools at this point is getting a bit on the dicey side. Those I want to try to tweak right now. I want to see that look better from the outside. Has to look better. I don't know the double light. The light is not going to do me much good. There are other things I can look for other than the light. The light will not load. And bush cast. There we go. How sweet is that? How long do you say before the lag gets too bad here and you have to move on? Well, I'm standing here and I'm looking at the sim speed already dropped to 0.5. I suspect what I would have to do would be to probably start kicking back on the stuff spawning in. Like right there is a grid that's not even actually, there's nothing IDing it for me. It's just there. I can see it from the surface. That rust freighter's still down. It's still got an AI that's potentially doing things. Inquisitors notice nearby movement, which would be... See, here's the one that's just floating up here. Because he got the crap smacked out of him and... Oh, you're kidding me. I know I'm building something to service a giant parking lot, but the amount of crap falling out of the sky is starting to become a serious problem down here. I don't have room for this, and I can't sell it off quick enough. And what's worse is I'm willing to bet this thing's probably armed to the teeth. Actually, no, I take it back. He's lightly armored. Interior turrets. I wouldn't want to go get him on foot, and I'm sure he's got lots of fun surprises hidden inside. But here comes a nice big sim speed hit. As the adaptive nature of the game struggles with the calculation on this one. That pretty decently. That's only like 0.7 on that sim speed drop. All right. That's number 2. That's the weird thing about this. It happens that sometimes I go weeks without any problems, and then other times it's just absolutely insane around here, and it's just stuff falling from the sky constantly. There's debris floating around out here. That's not helping my sim speed any. That ship's been torn to crap, so he's just parked. These guys are having a fight over here. There's another piece of... I don't know what he's doing. Is he actually... He might actually make it. Or crash on the far side. I think I'm at a point where... sim speed is not going to get any better until I start turning on stuff. These guys are fighting each other out. At the very least, to start dealing with just dead block removal, basically. You're going along there. You got useless unpowered chunk of something that went shooting off. All right, let's do it. Oh, I'm not gonna like doing this. All right, we'll start it off with less than 10 to start with. This has the tendency to take care of getting rid of some more useful items than anything. Stationary if it's crashed on the ground. I do not want you to remove stations. Powered and controlled. Nope. I'll let the game do its own cleanup on the NPCs, or the mod do it. All right. Enable. That should. What? I mean, save. Did that. Ladies and gentlemen, you wanted an example of just how Keen's thinking is somehow completely effed up? Sorry, just absolutely completely up. Why is the tooltip for an enable button disable? In what mixed up reality does this make any sense? No. No. Stop that. Stop that now. You're breaking my brain. All right. I apparently think that did it. All right. Well, it should have done it, but what's this chunk I'm seeing over here? Oh, it's a ship that doesn't have an antenna broadcasting at the moment, but it's moving at least, so that's why it's not cleaned up. All right. Well, the good news is the sun's coming up, so be able to actually see this properly. Oh, what am I gonna do with all that crap that's out there? I gotta get rid of it. Gotta find creative ways to get rid of it now. It's the only problem. There's only so many creative ways I can get rid of something. if you've got ideas on how I could creatively get rid of some of the parts down here that are absolutely flooding my inventory, please do not hesitate to let me know in the comments what you think, because yeah, I could really use some ideas. Don't worry, it's not like I'm gonna have a lack of stuff to do it to. A little bit weird. Maybe I have a magical armor block that will help. It like needs to be a half part on one side, then half slope on the other. Kind of like that almost, but not exactly. So, yeah, I'm not seeing anything that really fits what I need that spot for, so that kind of comes close, but it's a 2x1 to 1x1, which I don't need. Yep, okay. We'll live with it. So do I want to do the same thing over here with the windows that I did on that side? Definitely want to end anything about that height. When I think about it. So you wouldn't want to have the administration offices be capable of being cut off. The other thing I got to figure out is wall. Maybe we do is. How does that look if I kind of cap that? Not using the right block for the job, but ew, yeah, that's not pretty. That's not pretty at all. I don't like that. Glitching through like that. That's fact. Kind of eliminates the usefulness of the glass there, but I get a neat little ribbed effect out of it. And lots more lighting headaches, because I gotta remember those things have lights built into all of them. I don't mean to torture the light engine, I really don't. But things look so good. Yeah, that's not gonna work. One of these things is a bit of a problem. Can't get into the stairs. There we go. I can get in there. Okay. Inside isn't all that great, but I bet it looks pretty darn sweet outside. I know I like it from... Oh, yes, we gotta keep that. Definitely have to keep that. Some good interior texturing. Also missing some... that little doohickey thingamabob. End pieces. Little Reese's Pieces bit. Much better. Maybe that needs to be white trim on the end there. Because we've got that nice, those big white spots out there that kind of help balance out the color a little bit. It is a dark building. Maybe. Yeah, because I was thinking about doing the ladder as white originally, but that didn't really... I don't want to make this two. I want to have accent, two colors. I want to have accent colors built into it, and that kind of works. Well, the problem with that approach, driver, is then you just get big, giant waffling about things that can't maneuver very well when they're loaded up, and if you can't maneuver, you're a sitting duck for all the missiles, shields or no shields. Energy shields is very much still vulnerable to having energy shield that's shielding taken out by a couple missile launchers. Alright, I like that approach. Maybe we try for something similar on this side. Yeah. Let's go. And just to ease some of the inside design, inset those like so. Yep, that'll do. All right. Yeah, I like this look. That big tower, why not? Why keep doing tons of vertical windows and not just do one big, or horizontal windows, do one big vertical one. Wrap that around there, and then need to paint the inside of you. Yeah, it's kind of the you're talking about there, Black Phoenix, is very much, it's kind of a weird little problem that you've got. If you do something to get the game to give you something interesting to do every now and then, you just wind up with too much junk that it's not efficient to even do anything about it, but then it just lies out there, and next thing you know, your game is coming to a crashing halt because, I've got 20 million things still powered out there that trash removal might not natively get, that's wriggling about trying to kill stuff still, or try to reach you to kill it, or just sitting there. I mean, there is an image. I know I said at one point a couple episodes ago I'd take you into what the test world looked like for relaxing when I went in and played around, let it play and run in the background for a bit, and how things didn't quite, it worked out a bit weirdly, and I think I still have that screenshot somewhere here. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, I've got a couple of them. I'll get you over to that. Okay. For starters, this was the view initially, right from the tower here. The keen-eyed of you will know that I'm not that far away from the tower, and I had a beacon spawn at 900. No, it's Yeah, 921.7 meters away from base. That was one of the weird things that happened. That I would have appreciated much more, actually, in terms of getting rid of crap. Then we had just non-stop stuff, like right now, pretty much crashing on the planet. I had a carrier over there that crashed, another vehicle over there. 2 guys down here had crashed. There's more stuff over there. That's the moon base. That's where the whatchamacallit spawned in. It was just getting absolutely ridiculous out here. The amount of crap. That's where the carrier was that I was in at that point. That's the grid that nosedived into the ground before in the episode prior that we can't find now. I have no idea where it went. Trash cleanup shouldn't have even gotten it, but it did. That was crashed right on the other side of the base there. Then I had this guy crash, but he was being chased by this guy. This guy landed, couldn't get off the planet, and proceeded to just inch along the ground to get to him, and he basically bulldozed through him, then continued to move on that way, trying to continue on his merry way. This is how kind of screwy things can get in this particular setup right now. It's not 100% perfect, unfortunately, but yikes. Some really weird things that space engineers will do at times. And, you know, it's not... I'm not gonna blame Lucas for it. He's working within what the heck he can let him get away with, basically, and it's sometimes it just does really weird things. Close enough to please. What am I gonna do on this side of the building? Well, let's get through that piece, that one, and continue half block up. I really don't know what I'm going to do on this side. I mean, I suppose I could make some quarters up here for the living accommodations for the crew. Because it still needs to be wide open. I've still got these 2 airtight vents, and I had set you up for a little room already off the side here, and then I never finished it. It makes sense that there's a space bathroom in space. Maybe not so much that there's also going to be a shower in here, but... maybe for extended duty sessions. I don't know. How do I do the door? Oh, corner door, right. I forgot I have those in here. It's not gonna actually... There was 0 privacy in this bathroom up here, I'm afraid, folks. Sorry. Can't help you with that one, actually.
Inventory full.
It's not the right one anyways. Enclosed. Except it needs to be a corner enclosed. Ah, darn you. No corner enclosed for that one. That sucks. I mean, at least this one's got some privacy, for crying out loud, but, you know, up here, well, it's tucked back far enough they can't really see anything unless you're right here, so I guess that's not quite as bad, but still kind of dodgy as all heck. And that needs to be obviously sealed off so no one can peek me Come inside. Not quite sure what's going to be down that area yet, but maybe I'll put an airlock in there so people can get... Actually, yeah, that is perfect. Airlock. We'll stick a little bit of an airlock door. And I can't help myself. I want to finally use the chunky emergency door. This is the door you're not supposed to be using, and it's been clearly labeled as such. If only just because I got plenty of ceiling room to actually hide the doors when they're open. Roof decoration is going to be interesting. Trying to figure what I'm going to put for roof deco here. It's actually something we don't really have in Space Engineers, I think. I don't think we really have a good, good sort of like miscellaneous roof details mod. Ventilation units and ducts, and I can simulate some of that with power cables and whatnot, but I don't know. I think what we're gonna do is just seal this thing up. Let's get some air piped onto this bridge. Interior decoration can always come later. Then needs to have something other than a flat ceiling directly in the middle. Trying to decide whether I want to do 2x1 that way or 2x1 the other way. I'm trying to be conscious that we do have this platform in the middle here. So having it directly overhead is going to kind of be a little on the annoying side. Just going to institute that off there. Yeah. Should have some overheads for the MA bridge that might work. Or maybe not. What's the screw there? Nope. Kind of like... nope. I mean, I don't need to build the actual walls of the bridge per se, but I'm on the moon, so I don't really need a chunky structural girder to keep things together. So I feel like it would work right. It doesn't fit at that point, you know? What else? Alright, well, there's one other thing we can do, because we need tie it together into other pieces. We have not done any of these lovely little square windows yet on this section, and they kind of need it. Doesn't. Well. Because that's right. Darkens on the inside and the outside for those. All right. You live for now. Don't have too much overhead lighting because it would make it pretty bright in here when the sun gets overhead. Too bad there is not a clear block that can act like a solid piece of glass and the edges blend in so it looks like one shiny piece. There is the problem, and it's something that Krieg has done. I think it's Glass Workshop, if I remember right, is the name of the mod. I could be wrong. Let me see if I can find it here. Let's see. Glass Emporium. That's what you're looking for. They exist. They're not quite 100% on airtight right now, or at least they weren't a couple episodes ago. So your mileage may kind of vary there a little bit. It's not looking too bad. Yeah, kind of digging this. So let's take care of a few bits of housekeeping here. Air vents are kind of subtly hidden. Well, not hidden, but tucked away enough that they're not going to be too in the way. And then you can... How do I want to... More angles involved in here. Emergency way on and off the bridge if we need it. We've got air, so all I need to do is tighten up this part of the building. Will be good. I kind of don't want to borrow the same thing I did on the front. I feel like I need to do something different out back. Something along the lines of theoretically that should trigger ventilation to seal up. Right. If everything is airtight properly. I doubt it is, but I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. You're not happy with that for airtightness. Okay. Here's what I'm thinking is we'll settle this up by doing catwalk up. So not in the spot that's annoying, please. That so maybe do that and across. These need to be the right color. That turn gives you your access across to that one. Now we have a way to get up and down, and then that means the question is that the base is now out of girders, for starters. Very seriously out of girders, apparently. But remember, I also turned off all of the auto construction and everything because of the storage problems on the base. Because it was trying to tear things up a bit too much. Good lord, at all the stuff lying around out here. Alright, let's see what we got. Air leak scan, find it. You're coming down, around, and... Are you kidding me? Oh, I'm glad I sealed those front windows up now. Apparently there's no window. It's a window, but it's not a window. We don't need this, Batman. What is a window? Not a window. Stop with the pretty sparklies. I know I've got to fix everything back here now. Except this door, but I can't seal it from there. Yeah, it's just life with mods sometimes. Sometimes it's just 2 steps forward, 1 step back. You definitely still get somewhere better, though, in the process. Yeah, not trying to complain. Just observing. Alright, let's put you... It's going to be a bit weird because I'm going to have to build it across sections that don't really need a window. Can't have it, but... That should seal everything off if it finishes building. These doors are so old, I'm honestly not sure they are even airtight now. Nope. That's enough. We're flooding in. Which means I can go all the way down. The Minecraft stair-stepping style. This is what you do in Minecraft if you got a hideously annoying windy staircase. You just have to go around it, around it, around on. And you are now open to the outside world. We now have a reachable control station. And I didn't even have to finish up the rest of the crap in here yet for it. Which I think is going to work out better. I still have to figure out how to get stairs up to this level, and I kind of think it's going to wind up being a ramp somewhere around here to get over to this side. I really don't want to build it around and through the lighting, but we'll see. Stick that there. And I did say I wanted to put some sort of door, some sort of device to assist with the retention and or expulsion of air. Particularly an enclosed passage airlock would probably work better here. Stick that over here. Make it slightly greener. Yeah, that'll work. Just a block on the outside so it looks consistent. Yep. Hang on. How to do that? No. Nope. That will not do. We cannot have missing catwalk sections. Results in huge OSHA fines if I don't do something about that. Oh crap, right, girders. Guess what I forgot that we're out of. Fortunately, I now have an assembly system that is not so occupied taking crap apart. Aside from the million and one bits of runway that it's trying to look to make. Alright, what is... What do you guys think? Got room for something up here. Not exactly sure what. We've got room for something up here. We've already got a restaurant. We've got some lovely, lovely plants here. They're just hanging out. Technically, I could put a hydroponic vent in the end, and if the mod were working right, it would get me some oxygen. But right now, this particular mod that adds the hydroponics like that in that form, broken is my understanding. I mean, even though I filled it up with soil and everything, that's fortunately the nature of it at the moment. Over on this side, I know we've got to get some private rooms in place. That's going to be a little tricky given the tighter quarters. We can still do it. Here's the landing bar. And... it's a double door, private. The double door. Private. Private. Where are you? Needs to be the offset version. There we go. Ooh-ah. Dead tech for all of your dory needs. Try dead tech. Let's see. What do I do? I'm painting these right, wouldn't it? Okay, that works for that. How do I put something back here? Looking completely and utterly... do that. I don't have to rip the window out. Get a nice, lovely view from walking up here to where your rooms are at still. Alright. The thing I need to do is do a quick fix as well. I have other mod that will give me slightly better looking at this point versions of those. Where are you? It's one of the first things I almost always see when I go into the blasting menu, and then I can't find it again. There we go. Not 100% thrilled with the texture that's used on this, but in this case, I actually don't want open scaffolding edges on this. It does kind of serve to help differentiate the levels here. I'll leave that scaffolding bit under there because I like that little, tiny little level of detail. Alright, so new form. Wow, I've run myself out of steel plate. What am I carrying? It has my inventory so jam-packed. Oof. Wow. Might as well do something about that while I'm here, huh? It's only just what's keeping me alive, you know. I've been working in an oxygenated atmosphere most of the night. Kind of a big deal if I want to continue living. I'm kind of thinking leaving this top row left once with one block further back on it. So that kind of continues that look from there. Except I don't really need a kind of very small area for this. It's tempting to rip that out because there's not gonna be much of a room if I don't. Oh, beds. I had beds last time. Shoot. Got plenty of room over here for a suite, so this is kind of like the ambassadorial suite. Sir, can you truly afford this? I believe we will need a credit check before we can book your appointment. I can even give that one a decent view. Hang on. There we go. And since I'm not worried about airtightness on this, I actually am going to use one of those seamless pieces of glass. Do I want to do... Go for... Oh, right. I need glass. Put glass in. What a novel concept. Glass? What a novel concept indeed. Systems, I'm gonna need a lot more glass. I'm surprised upstairs is airtight, in all honesty, with that much missing. Just kind of saying, it's a lot of glass to not have on a window. Okay, so there we go. Just a little bit of a wonky angle. And just to break up the detail on the outer edge. Just a little bit of a break, not a big one. Especially because it doesn't quite... I love you, Krieg. I do, but the alignment's ever so slightly off on it, the angle at least. I'm not exactly sure why, but it definitely is a little off. But for the purposes of working with it, that's definitely more than good enough. There are far worse things that could be happening. Maybe... do I have any plants? I got the hydroponic plant. I don't have the DLC because I'm not getting the decorative one. That's just kind of... I have options I can use in lieu of that. Thank you. Options that don't require me to skip a Happy Meal for a week. Or maybe not. appears so. Well, that's something I have to play around with now. I got the, I did add the particle emitter mod. So I have that to do some more interesting things. There's the block I wish we had in co-op there. Conveyor adapters. They come in very handy at the space agency. There's not really anything I can fit in there that really feels proper. I mean, that block, but oh, hang on. Scrap idea. The glass is definitely not fitting right on that. Right idea, just not quite big enough. I don't think there's a different one I can use on that. The problem, corner glasses. Well, hang on, because I could do. I'm not thinking of this right. Small ship. Yeah, I grabbed the wrong one. Wondering why that looked a bit weird. Or a little bit of oddball texturing here. Stick that there. Now we can make the suite one block larger, and as soon as I probably pick up some girders, which is what I suspect I'm missing. Yeah, there we go. Even almost looks like two little SRB boosters there. SRB boosters. That's a way to maul the acronym. Two little SRBs on either side of the window. It's a non-standard window size. It's got a little bit of different features to it, and yeah, I can live with that setup because then we can do that and blend you, oddly enough, into the ceiling. Like so. Yeah, I like that. So we got the executive suite that's got the lovely view of the concourse, or maybe this is an office. One of those. Either one will do. We've got budget rooms. Well, if maybe what I need to do is just that. So that's the suite for here, and then kind of borrow the same sort of idea here. Except I used up all 10 girders I picked up to try to build it preemptively. Derp, derpity, derp, derp. How about... kind of a weird disjointed suite of sorts, but bed can still fit on that wall. We still have a lovely view here. Maybe we can make this look a bit better if we do, because that side's square. We'll do that. So now the room's got some actual depth to it. Maybe that's how we kind of get a little bit of space clawed back over here. I can't really do anything with that. Yikes. Hey, Jose. Glad to see you. Hey, Glass left the Angry Goose. No, I'm pretty sure the whole... I don't even know what to call it. At this point, Voltron's definitely out of glass between the two. Angry Goose doesn't have any bobs on it, and the butter, whatchamacallit. Yeah, banana waffle is... there wasn't much left in it anyways. Borrow on a little bit of an old teen-ish trope there. Door. It's gonna look really weird in this spot. Give it a shot. Offset against the door. It's gonna be very weird. There's enough coverage there, yeah? Kind of a little bit of a keen trip when they do that whole sideways catwalk thing to make a fit like a fake wall, fake wall between various spots. What I'm looking for though is, plain part. No, hang on, that would work. That would actually work. It's so crazy, it just might work. It's not perfect, but it does at least transition a little bit better off that wall. It's not as bad. And then same thing on that side. The really economy accommodations here. I mean, you'll still get a double bed, but don't ask. Probably not going to be getting the deluxe economy or the deluxe continental breakfast here. You'll be getting the stale day-old bagels and some stale cereal and that sort of thing. Whereas up here, at least, they're not bad. They're very much more nicely kept. This one not so, a little less ordered. I don't know. I'm rambling. Okay. At least just get something over there. Now, upper floor. How do I even get people up to the upper floor? Why do I even want to get people to the upper floor? What is the purpose of the upper floor? Arrivals and departures are... just said it. Arrivals and departures. We've got the airlock that's down there, going out for one direction. We've got the airlock that's going to be going out to the pad eventually here. So people are going in and out there. We've got the airlock down at that end that people are coming in and out of. We've got that area in there that people are coming in and out of. We need ourselves something of like a VIP lounge, I guess. The very important passenger lounge. Don't ask me how any of that would actually work out. Especially since nothing is really in a good spot to... Nothing here that people can get in and out of. There's like no tubes or anything. It really wouldn't be, because that's kind of more utilitarian stuff now. Homes, he says. I may have to think about that one and try picking up next week. Let's also address some transition problems we've had here, clearly, because that don't look right. Can do better than that. Oh, good grief. You've written pools. Please do something about that. Is just bring that over. There we go. Not a great transition, but it's better than... Yeah, so cool, I can't do anything about this. That depressurizes everything. And annoyingly enough... I guess I could do that. Can't exactly put anything in there to seal it properly, so that's the problem there. Matches it up a bit better. Staff launch. Well, I kind of think that's going to wind up being more on the top. I need to... You get to the point where you actively need to not spend a day and a half getting in and out of your building. Okay, when I get up to the top, I gotta go up 20 million stairs to get up here, or I can just spectator cam teleport myself out. That's what I kind of see this potentially becoming, actually, is not so much an emergency airlock, but it could come out to a catwalk over here, and on top of this hangar building, there could be a landing pad of sorts. So there is that. Also, annoyingly enough, the one thing I'm not getting out of all of the salvage, the one thing I legit need to actually get is stone. Not right. Shouldn't need stone for this. One thing I don't have any of. All right, let's grab where? Oh, I still gotta fix up this poor little fighter too. Since Mr. Rust Frigate over there doesn't seem inclined to go away. Deal with him real quick. Wondering if that Hyperion class frigate is also down on the planet. I doubt it, but it's lowish on the horizon, it feels like. Alright, Mr. Rust Frigate, sir. Yeah, that was nice of you to do that distress signal, but I don't think you're gonna have need of that distress signal much longer, my friend. You're very clearly trying to move the way it's got the grid leverage there, but... Trash cleanup has been commenced. Mod for the hanging planks is a... hang on. That is... well, it's a non-working mod, technically. Oh. It's not really the interior ramas. If you look for a hydroponic plant on the workshop, you'll probably find it. And if you see a lot of comments saying it doesn't work anymore, you know you've got the right one. Because legit, it technically, in the old days, we're talking probably closer to DirectX 9 than DirectX 12, actually did work as a hydroponics bag and could generate oxygen and everything for you. I think may have sent a distress call, but I don't think anything's answering anytime soon. Worried we were getting full again. I guess I was wrong and the game was just lagging out. The other thing that might not be helping the sim speed is because of all of this, all of the crashing that's going on out here. I suspect voxel destruction and changes are kind of starting to hurt a little bit now. There's a lot of them back on the ground base, and it is very much within reason to expect that there is a similar problem on the moon at this point now. Just from the amount of digging I've done and the amount of what's happened elsewhere. At least that's one less thing grinding into the voxels repeatedly, so hasn't helped. Sim speed 0.7, 0.6, 7.2. Oh, poor wee bairns. 5. Boy, that's painful. I'm not too worried because the next place, if anything, I'm going to be doing any building at, it's probably going to be at Space Base 1. Because I still really haven't done... There's just that tiny little placeholder station. There's also the Moon Intermediate Jump where I could do a setup and do that. And then there's also the other plants in the system I could potentially try to go for. Oh no, what are you guys doing up there? No. Really? You're killing my sim speed. Neither of you is even capable of... well, that guy's not capable of doing much, but you're... Alright, if I were to try to go after you... You know what? Let's not even plan ahead on this one. Let's just go. Actually, before I do... EDM cargo containers, let's get you ready. Because you're gonna need them. Grid didn't want to react there for a second. That's kind of interesting. Alright, we got the extras. We're good. Alright. Let's see what happens. You can even see out that view. What's the deal with this guy here, too? He's just kind of hanging out. Looks perfectly intact. Okay. Got missile launchers capable of firing into the back guard. There's one Gatling still working. This guy's not doing any shooting back. He's got a second missile launcher there. Do have some offensive capabilities on the Banana Waffle. Ooh, but she is slow. Easy to lose, friend. Where are the rest of the interiors? Yep. Oh, I got his attention. Most definitely got his attention. Unfortunately, their interiors, they're not going to be able to do much. Really close to that escort carrier. You have come on. There we go. If your offensive activities have been reduced to slag. Aside from lots and lots of annoying little interior turrets. Right? Aw, don't run, friend. I'm here to help. You look like you could use some repairs. Are you getting all of those interior turrets that are whacking me? Huh? Did you summon a friend? Yeah, you did. That's cute. Bob? Thank you, Bob. I was wondering what was tickling. Okay, this is just a ship graveyard up here that's... okay, they're moving fast overhead. That's good. Got rid of all that stuff, so there you go, Bob. Feast away. I don't know where this thing's power systems are, but I gotta imagine them somewhat close. Okay, that one's got a missile launcher. Nearby beacon antenna signal. Yeah, you'd notice the one that's on me. Problem solved. The amount of scrap I'm now going to have on this thing is going to be hideous. Hoping it was an interior turret. Seems like it. All right. Oh, come on. I've really got to find the antenna on that thing and nuke it. Where is your antenna, friend? I need to stop you from summoning reinforcements repeatedly. That's just annoying. Come on, get the antenna. All right, you're gonna make me... There you go. I don't want to shoot the antenna because the radio components actually are kind of useful. Feast upon the flesh of your vanquished opponents, aka the jerk who came into orbit and started shooting at other people. It's a new cop in town, and it ain't RoboCop. Oh, good lord. I think that's all heavy armor too, isn't it? Oh my god, the grid work that I'm going to be picking up. How many grids am I? Yep. Oh boy. I mean, legitimately, can you imagine if that was kind of the way that you treated this sort of thing? If you have a grinder ship, like, do it as a large ship. And the thing is that everything you consume, you start off with a little ship, you have to build yourself into a large ship. Everything has to stay one grid. And you can break down components for their raw resources. You can't mine anything. And you have to... Everything you have to do, it gets added to the ship. Yeah, that basically means you have to extend constantly the cargo. You constantly having to deal with maneuverability issues. But just try to keep things going as long as possible with that one grid. Right now, 0.43. I think we may know what the source of all the lag is, guys. It may just be all the dang bobs right now. Good grief. I still haven't even dealt with that thing over there. Who knows what's in there? And then next one after it, and there's an impaler over there that doesn't look like it's moving. I need like a way to automate Bob going out and just grinding things down for me, because otherwise, yikes. I think everything's full up over here. I really think I've got everything full up, because the Bob rate has gone massively down, along with the sim speed. Holy. Do not try to adjust your stream, ladies and gentlemen. That's bad on my end. What the heck happened? What did I do to your game? Oof. And right now it's 100 plus Bobs potentially trying to interact with the grid and say, hey, can I move some stuff around? Can I move some stuff around? No, no, no. Yeah, that's what it was, because now they're all not doing a darn thing. All right. Even just the lag of... Wow, put those on. I need some... Even the G menu is not letting me pick stuff properly out of it. Holy moly. Tubes. Tube. This will help, because I can use this to draw some parts out of the Bobs. Also help keep me flying. Oh. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Aim. Please. Turn the Bobs off. Oh, okay, that's better. It's still occasionally badly laggy right now, but I'm already seeing a little bit of relief just doing that. I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll give it a shot. Come on. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. It's the Bobs. Let's back away and give Bob a moment to think about life. Turn them off again real quick so I can actually get away from the wreck. Life, universe, the meaning of everything. Because he's hurting. Oh, is he hurting? Let's give you a little bit of breathing room. If I can just jump start one of these. Oh, come on. Back to life, buddy. I killed Bob, ladies and gentlemen. He cannot cope with this situation. Just how bad is this at this point? Come on. No. Computer, construction components. Some construction components. I have those. And some displays. I could grab a few of those. And compies. There's your compies. Compy. Living close enough. There you go. Please start doing something. You may have to start turning off the export components immediately option. I don't think that's helping. I'm wondering if that's what's actually going down at the moon base too. I'm willing to bet moon base is desperately trying to move stuff around. The component containers are all full for the most part. All right, let's let you figure out things. Problem is I can't take down that atrium over there because I'm gonna get negative action if I do so. SMIN, the faction tag, and that would be Supreme Industry. Oh, I'm already down negative 20 with them. What's the worst that could happen? All right, you got all those large containers taken care of. This thing is not going to be able to move in another week at this rate. Up, all yours. Much better. Now the munch rate's back to normal. The problem, Black Phoenix, is I had 4 assemblers on the planet that, courtesy of NDS, were doing nothing but that. And the net result is I couldn't actually keep up with the things I needed to legitimately get built. So stuff like, for instance, power cells. If I was putting batteries down, I couldn't do anything with them because they're just not there, and all the assemblers were always busy tearing stuff down. Couldn't get a word in edgewise with it. That and right now the amount of, well, let me put it this way. Let's send you back down to moon base real quick. The display is not going to be accurate because NDS is offline, but with what I was doing for that already, yeah, I don't need 5.48 million iron ingots. This is why early in the stream I was joking about I could do sun scuttles at this point. I'm legitimately probably just going to admin delete this grid because I don't need it up here right now, and all it's going to do is just become a broad nuisance to everything. I'll do that with admin tools on. I have to do this because I don't need the stuff inside of it. I need it gone. And even then, it's still left a ton of stuff around. All right. That's the real biggest problem is with the beacons on, it's like everything out here just becomes a magnet for everything else wandering in the range. So if something it's disabled or parked up here with a beacon on, it's like for the next week in or not next week, in the next month of sessions, I'll be seeing lots of people screaming, "Oh my god, I see a beacon. I see something moving." Well, it's because I can't get rid of the thing. It's sitting out here and everything's spawning all around it. Note that the trash cleanup's not doing a damn thing right now either. And I'm probably close enough to it, but please do some trash cleanup. Please, I beg of you. Help me out here, game. Help me help you. This is heavy armor I'm burning through like butter. That's scary. What's scarier is I think I need more large cargo containers. Oh boy. That's a lot. I should have it on that side. No, 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 no. That's not in alignment. Nope, 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 nope. None of that now. I have to do this while I still have bobs that can do things. Because you'll know, yeah, Bob has given up. He's not even trying to build those. That would be why. They're all full. Just until they figure out how to build something. There we go. It's a good little ship, but holy crap, it really needs to be built around large containers. It can actually... I've seen very rare situations where it can do it, and the only reason... actually, no, I take that back. The reason why it doesn't get rep is because of the bug that Keen has with ship tools not actually causing a reputation hit. That is a definite bug. You can go anywhere you want, and if you grind a enemy ship with, or a ship that could be your enemy, a faction ship, with a ship-based tool, it will not detract from your reputation score with them. I would not expect that to stay that way for very long. That sounds like something that they're probably going to have, maybe not right away hot fixed, but I suspect they'll have it done soon enough. Those of you with astute eyes, check out the weight of the combined ship right now. 10 million kilograms. It's a lot of zeros. Do the trash cleanup for the game. Alright. The other thing is, MES is supposed to pull stuff out after a little while. I'm not sure why it's not for me. I really think that that's mine or something. I hope not. It's not mine, Bob. That ain't my bag. Oh, you... Did I really just literally run out of the last amount of space, or...?
Full.
No, Bob was just confused. Okay. Alright. Looks like everyone else is all set. Let's hope the heck this thing lands on... I'll just hope this thing lands. The waffle could very well become the pancake if I'm not careful. And that is going to be where we'll wind up ending tonight's stream. Sillapalooza is absolutely crazy. I'm not looking forward to doing it, but I'm going to do it off camera. And probably maybe I'll just... it's not even worth sped up footage on that, really. I mean, it's just a grind. The truest grind possible in the game to have to deal with that and selling off all the stuff that I've salvaged. And I probably wouldn't even need to do half of it. I could probably just do gravity components, thruster components, reactor components, glass, and I forget what the other one was that was really good, but that would probably net me enough, honestly. There's the moon base showing up. There's enough thrust, what do you know? They should have enough thrust to land properly. Okay, it's modular thrusters, but if I dare ask how many of these I filled? Full? 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 Tell me you didn't actually fill all of these. Full? Oh my god. So you're saying I've got build in... Oh, wow. The last dregs of all of this stuff is still in the build and repair systems, and some of them are almost half full. That one's all full. Okay. Well, just bringing home the bacon, and I guess it's the only thing appropriate you can kind of say about this thing. She's definitely bringing home the bacon. The waffle has succeeded in doing what the pancake could not anymore, and as a result, we have much more breakfast food to ingest, to the point where I'm getting digestion off of this. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching tonight. Again, as a reminder, this will be the new night for relaxing survival over the upcoming weeks. I don't anticipate moving it back to Tuesday anytime soon. Coming up on channel things, tomorrow, obviously, the Kerbal Space Engineers / Uncooperative Space Agency over on Wasted Space channel with the ever so impressive Textfire, the ever so impressive and amazing spacebar with the mods that work that he and others have been doing for that series. And obviously Wasted will be around. He's impressive on his own. And I don't know if we'll have a splits or not. We will see what's going to come around for tomorrow's scheduling. I'm not 100% in the loop on that right now, so there's that. And then, of course, Monday nights is Mecha Monday. Assuming I managed to get a mecha game working. If not, the BattleTech 1.7 patch did drop on, ironically, on Tuesday after my last stream that I was planning to do in BattleTech. And some of the stuff they put in the patch notes for that looks like it's going to make the campaign a lot less painful of a slog in the beginning. So we'll see. Maybe I'll play around with that a little bit and see how that goes, because it's been a while since I've done the campaign. Maybe tweak the difficulty a little bit and see if doing that with the updated rules makes it any easier or harder. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you liked the stream, hit that like button down at the bottom. If you didn't like the stream, hit the dislike button, but let me know in the comments what you didn't like, because that's the only way I can actually learn how to do anything better. Because if you just hit the dislike button and don't say anything, then, well, I just have to assume that you hate puppies or something. I don't know. Anyways, thanks guys for watching, and have a lovely weekend.